Tonight we have a bit of a special bonus kind of stream. I decided that I would like to start sitting down with women who are creators. Thank you for that, host, Patrick's. And discuss one of the things that I love the most, which is horror, creepiness, spookiness, and the macabre. So tonight, hello Shraden, I have with me the sharpest cleavage on Twitch, Miss Alara Shade, as well as... Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry. There we go. We have Miss Brandykins, the host and creator of Terrific Talk, and one of my lovely Offbeats community members and Caster Cafe members, I believe, as well, Scarem, who has the most amazing Beetlejuice themed channel I've ever seen. So tonight we're going to talk about a few different things, memories, movies, games, that sort of stuff. And then we're going to play a little bit of horror Would You Rather, which you guys are welcome to join in on. And then as a thank you for everyone hanging out, I have a giveaway of Canadian candy and such for the end of stream. So make sure you stick around. So why don't you guys we'll start up, why don't we start with you, Brandy? Why don't you just tell everyone a little bit about yourself and, you know, what you stream and about your podcast and everything like that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, well, I am Brandykins. I've been a creator on Twitch since March of 2015, so it's been 3 years that I've been on the platform. I've kind of been variety for a really long time. It's only been since recently that I've always loved horror, but I never thought to be like, hey, I can play horror games here and actually enjoy it. It's just wow, that thought kind of slipped my mind. But yeah, that's mainly what I stream and play now. And I just recently, as of last month, started a horror-based podcast called Terrific Talk, where I interview anyone involved in the horror industry, whether it's they create games, whether they stream games, play games, movies, write stories, just all sorts of different horror people that I gab with, and so far it's just been really enjoyable. And that's me. All right.
Okay, so Scarem, you want to go next?
Sure.
Awesome.
All right. I've been on Twitch since summer of 2016, and I've jumped around as well, kind of like Brandy was saying, to variety, to stick into more horror games now. I actually used to do wrestling streams, believe it or not. I used to do a custom universe where I created all my viewers. It was crazy, but I realized that wasn't something I wanted to do, so I stepped more into the horror games like Dead by Daylight, Resident Evil, those type of games. And I'm gonna be hopping into Elder Scrolls Online here next month.
Yes.
So that's a lot of fun.
Yes, we've been talking about that.
Yes, and I'm very excited to be on the show. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. Also, is it Denisla? Thank you so much for the raid.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everyone. All right, Alara, you next, please.
Oh,
I'm gonna put you right on the spot now.
Oh, okay, no. So I've been streaming since February 2014, and I've always pretty much went for the retro category. So there was no actual retro category on Twitch at the time, but I saw all these new games, and I'm like, you know what? This is lacking some old school stuff. So I decided to just go right into old school the whole time. Now I'm finally starting to kind of break out of my old school shell a little bit and checking out some indie things, and that's pretty much, I'm just horror all around, so all year round, so. I don't
that's definitely one of my things is the whole horror spookiness thing. I mean, October, yay, let's amp it up a little more, but you know, it's 12 months out of the year over here.
Yeah, so I always love just dark themes and everything in general. I'm also part of Dark Forces TV, so.
Yeah. That is actually a really fantastic stream team, you guys, with lots of amazing casters in it.
It's definitely home.
Yeah. For those of you joining from these fabulous women's communities, my name is Galaxy Graves. I am a variety streamer. I personally joined Twitch last year and started streaming on a potato of a computer. So I streamed Terraria, and that was it. So I bought myself a newer computer and kind of took a break for a while, and I've been streaming off and on all year this year. Lots of different life stuff that happens for me as a single mom with a tiny spawn. So it kind of up and down, but we seem to be finding our groove now. And yeah, I stream definitely variety, but generally all horror games now, except that I will be playing some Elder Scrolls Online. I'm very much looking forward to that. So we all start on potatoes. This is like a fruit salad of good fashion. I love that.
Fabulous.
That's amazing. And I don't know, I've always liked horror things my entire life. I used to actually get physically nauseous when I would have to sit and watch like a romance movie or something with a friend growing up. I don't know what it was about them. I'm not that bad anymore. I just kind of cringe, but I've just always turned to horror. I grew up watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer when it first aired, and it was my everything and probably still is. So I'm definitely all about the spooky horror life. So let's start with maybe a little sort of this will be tie into get to know you guys. I live in a city that is considered one of the most haunted cities in Canada. We have so many ghost stories everywhere because it's very important to my city that they preserve anything historic and
Did we
old.
just become best friends?
And in that sense, then literally is everything is old, like back from the 1800s. Most apartments are actually just really big old homes that are divided up and stuff like that.
Greetings from beyond the grave.
And so there are tons of like urban legends and horror stories and ghost stories from here. But do you guys have any from where you guys live now or where you grew up or anything that kind of always stuck with you?
Yeah, we have one just one like major one in the town where I live. It's called the Albino Farm Legend. It's basically, it was this 300-acre farm on the outskirts of the town, like where I live, and it supposedly, according to legend, had this really creepy albino caretaker that would chase people off of his land and kill people with a hatchet.
Well, I mean, some people like their space.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe he's just like, was a guy who chased people with a hatchet that just wanted his space. And I don't know like how much of the killing thing is true, but it's always just kind of like a creepy place that people just like generally stay away from because of those legends.
Well, speaking of farms, Alara, you live on a farm.
I do.
I said haunted.
I definitely want to say it is. We definitely have a grandma that lives upstairs, we call her. So I always got like weird vibes from it. So whenever I had friends stay over, they're like, dude, your upstairs is haunted. Like, we don't say anything. And I'm like, oh, crap. You met grandma, I guess. So
yeah. Very nice. And what about urban legends?
Grandma upstairs, I guess.
Do you have any urban legends surrounding your area?
I'm just the Jersey Devil. That's the biggest urban legend ever, so.
There you go. Now, I have a question. The Jersey Devil, is that the same as Cropsey, or are those two different things?
I think that's a different thing. I think
it's a different thing, yeah.
There's a lot of weird Jersey things. I mean, there's an entire magazine, Weird New Jersey, which I think they have now other states. They have like their weird Massachusetts now, but it's not as cool. Like Weird New Jersey is like the weird stuff.
So
Jersey Devil
is
has been
different.
the one big thing out of it. So I always kind of self-proclaimed Jersey Devil. I have a Jersey Devil statue. I love looking at myself in the morning. So
that's awesome. That is awesome. Just put a mirror there.
Yeah.
It's fine. What about you, Scarem?
I actually believe the state I'm currently in, which is in Ohio, I think we have the most like haunted houses or something in our state, if I'm correct.
Yes,
or we just have
actually.
Yeah.
I saw that
Yeah.
graphic the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like there's always spooky stuff around here. There's lots of cornfields and stuff.
just
But
become
there
best
is
friends?
one
Yep.
urban legend from my hometown. It was called Crybaby Bridge, is what it was called, which I think I've actually heard of that in other states. We actually had one in my old hometown. Basically, if you go over the bridge, I guess you'd hear like either like a baby crying or like a rattles or something. If you went over the bridge, it's
No,
supposed to
thank
be
you.
really spooky.
No, thank
I don't
you
know
at
if it's
all.
true, but they always say it is.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
there's
places
something.
that
I
there's,
mean,
like,
for me,
gross.
like one of the common like sort of more urban legendy ones here is there's on 5th Street, I believe it is, between like 2 and 3 p.m., the road will change from a paved road to a dirt road.
What?
And another one is that there's like an eagle's nest area in a ring of trees, and weird things happen in the ring of trees, and there's always pet collars under the ground underneath the eagle's nest. Those are the urban legendy sort of ones, but I literally could go on for hours about this city. It's pretty intense. But yeah, babies, a little creepy. I think that just comes from my general dislike of them. I love you. And but what really does it for me for like creeping me out is dolls and puppets, like ventriloquist puppets. I can't with them. I really dislike them a lot. But some reason though, Chucky doesn't bother me at all. Like that movie, it doesn't upset me at all. What
Because
is
you know
the
it's a doll,
scariest
like it's
thing for you
a movie
guys?
thing. I don't know if it was because like you knew that Chucky was like from a movie. And that's why it
Maybe,
would,
probably,
like,
because
scare
like I
you,
mean,
because
even
it was
though
just
you
like,
know,
okay, I know this is a movie. It's not real. But those
yeah,
things, it's like, nah, there's something inside that shit.
that's exactly it. Yeah, like when I come across like dolls, because there's a billion antique stores here, and I'll come across like old porcelain dolls. I'm just like, no, thank you. But what would you say like Scarem for you? What like really gets you and creeps you out?
I would say dolls, definitely, just like you guys, and clowns. I don't like either of those.
Oh my goodness. So no it for you?
I want to see the new one. I think I might see the new one. Actually, we're going to do a movie night, I think, with my community, and that is winning. So I guess I'm going to have to watch it. But I
What
saw
about-
the old one back when
Yeah.
I was a kid, though, and it freaked me out. So we'll see.
What about you, Brandy?
I guess if we're talking about more tangible things, mannequins. I don't know what it is about mannequins. I was just afraid, like, you know, the whole, like, they'll come to life and, like, kill me, like, that kind of thing. And then also just in a more abstract sense, I guess, an unknown evil, just not being able to know, like, if it exists or who's who, like, more specifically in things like John Carpenter's The Thing, which happens to be, like, my favorite horror movie of all time.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Who like knows me? It's just like, what's your favorite horror movie? The Thing. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I definitely know that from that answer. The new one is scarier. What's Sunara says the new? What is it? The new It, or is yeah? They're not remaking the Thing, are they?
They did like what was called, they called it a prequel to The Thing, and it was made in 2011. It's basically set at the Norwegian camp, like the events that happened there. And then that movie ends with the dog / thing running away from the camp and the helicopter.
Oh,
like,
and then
going
it goes.
chasing them. So,
Okay. Oh, the new It. Yeah. I still haven't seen it yet. But I hope to very soon. And what about you, Alara? Does anything creep you out beyond belief?
Mobius strips. I can't stand their one side. It just freaks me out. That's about it. It shouldn't exist. One-sided things just shouldn't exist. That's the only thing
One-sided
that
things.
freaks me out.
Now, is that just one-sided things just shouldn't exist, or like if something is missing its other half, does that bother you?
No, it's just Mobius strips. I have an irrational fear of Mobius strips.
All right, that's definitely something I've never heard before, for sure.
I gotta pick some kind of fear.
That's true. I mean, everyone's got one kind of fear. Usually, isn't there like some sort of actual syndrome or something where you don't generally fear anything? I think there is, and that's gonna bother me for a while now.
Probably just
Someone,
being dead
Bitter
inside.
Dan asked, "What's a Mobius strip?"
It is a object, usually a piece of paper, that only has one side. So, like, if you take a rubber band and you cut it in half and you put the other side of the rubber bands, or like a piece of paper or something, you cut it like in a strip and then you kind of fold it. So when you put your finger around it, it goes around both sides, which is actually just one side. Google it. That's better. It's a one-sided object. It's very
That makes
complex.
perfect sense. Excellent.
Yes.
I remember
Sure.
doing that though, like when I was a kid with the paper,
Yeah.
and you're just like, no, thank you.
No, it's not happening. Nope.
Oh my goodness. And because you brought up It there in the new one, what horror movies from this year, this season, have you guys seen or not, or want to be seen, like want to go out and see, or have a very strong opinion of? I'm sure you have a couple of those, Brandy.
Yep, I'm going to see the new Halloween this weekend. That's always been like high, like on my list. And recently, I think a few days ago, I watched on Netflix 1922, which is based off of Stephen King's horror novella of the same name, I believe.
Yeah.
And that has Thomas Jane in it as the lead guy. I didn't even recognize him. It's like, that's Thomas Jane, really?
Really?
Yeah, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but it's one of those horror films where it's more, I guess, grounded in realism. And it's not just like the whole like the blood, guts, gore kind of stuff that Stephen King like usually writes. It's more along the vein of, I want to say, like The Green Mile, even though that's not necessarily horror, but like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've had my eye on that for a while.
I highly recommend it. It's good.
That's good. Good to know. Alara?
I don't know. Like I really like slasher films,
Mhm.
and I know I think I recently saw like the new Nightmare on Elm Street, even though that was like a couple years ago. So, and I actually did enjoy it. I know a lot of remakes kind of are poops, but the new It I thought was all right too.
Mhm.
They're making another one, like the part 2, because they had.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're gonna make a part 2.
Yeah, they are.
I had no idea they were making a new Halloween movie. That's so out of touch I am with that stuff. I had no idea.
I'm actually really excited for that. Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, and it's
Oh, wow.
going to be an immediate sequel to the very first movie. So forget every other Halloween movie except for the first one.
Must be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'm grown up.
yeah. She's like some gun-toting crazy grandma who's gonna take out Michael, according to the trailers, and I'm here for that, honestly. What about you, Scarem?
Honestly, I haven't seen any like new movies recently, but I am going to see Halloween. I am going to see it this weekend, just like all you guys. Well, besides Laura. But anyway, now you got to go see it because we're all gonna see it now. Besides that, I've been just like rewatching some old ones. Like I rewatched the original Scream. I watched a few movies with you when you hosted it, like Jennifer's Body, Emily Rose, Hocus Pocus. I watched on my own a while back, a couple weeks ago. Besides that, I just rewatched the 1978 Halloween, the original one. I did watch that because I'm getting hyped for this weekend. But besides that, I haven't seen any newer ones or anything. I always go the oldies, you know?
I'm kind of the same way. I'm pretty much stuck in the 80s and 90s when it comes for like TV shows and movies. The Emily Rose movie, But You Never Dared to Watch It. It's so good because it's actually like the legal story of this whole process, and then it flashes back to the exorcism of Emily Rose. We watched it the other day. I watch a lot of movies with my community because I live with my daughter. I'm a single parent, and we don't have a lot of people in our house because it's her space. So I'm like, well, let's watch it on Rabbit together. And so in October, I decided, well, let's just watch like everything. So every day there is a horror movie or a Halloween movie or a spooky movie at a different time. On weekends, we do marathons. We watch like all the Conjuring and Annabelle movies the other weekend on one day. Did anyone watch the Creeped Out series on Netflix? I did not. I have trouble watching new things because I'm like, let me just go watch this thing I know that I love. So like today, after we're done here, my community is watching I Know What You Did Last Summer, which was released actually 20 years ago today.
Oh, good
Wow.
lord.
Yeah, I remember that.
Rolled, it's fine. Yep, it's cool. Which I didn't know until I saw someone tweet about it on Twitter, and I was like, well, that's crazy. But yeah, and then if anyone does feel like joining, the Crypt Keeper bot will spit out the link every now and then, but it's just rab.it, so rabb.it/Galaxy Graves, and that will be afterwards here. Let's jump in. I'm just gonna grab a sip of water here, and let's try. Oh my god, it's getting dark all of a sudden. Can you turn on the dining room light for me? Thank you.
This is a horror stream. We gotta make it dark.
I know, that's why I don't want my actual light turned on. And we'll jump into a few horror would you rathers. So I have so many. I need a highlighter, so I highlight which ones I do this week. So I haven't eaten it. I'm not going to eat until after, sweetie. Till 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing it till like.
In my purse. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's see here. I don't know. Okay. Let's start with a simple one. Would you rather be stalked by Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers?
Michael Myers.
That'd be
Myers.
Freddy for me because he's the man of my dreams. So.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
what
that's a
did
tough
you say, Scarem? It's a tough one. You're like neither.
That's a tough one. I'm having trouble because I love Michael Myers. I love
Mhm.
him. I guess I have to pick Myers.
Myers for you? No, you're
Yeah.
not gonna take the whole. No, just take 3. Sorry, she wanted to make off with the box of Halloween candy.
You're supposed to be giving that away though.
I'll clean it up.
Actually, nah. That's actually all. What?
I'm gonna clean this up. I'm just looking.
Oh my god. Okay.
Victory. There's 2.
Would you rather wake up in the reverse bear trap or the needle pit from the Saw movies?
Oh.
Oh
What the hell
man.
is reverse bear trap?
It's that like bear trap thing that pulls your mouth open.
Okay.
Oh.
That you
I haven't
put
seen the
on your-
needle thing from the Saw movies either, so.
Yeah.
Well, if I had to say anything, probably the needle pit because the bear trap is only on a reverse bear trap is only on a 60-second timer, and I freak out like in games anytime there's like a time part. So I would know I would definitely die. At least in the needle pit, I would have a chance of escaping. So that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking the needle pit as well.
Rather than having your head ripped open in 60 seconds?
Yeah.
That's fair. Chased by killers or possessed by demons?
Well, I'm already possessed,
Yeah, I
so.
was gonna say.
Wait a minute. Can I take a pass on this one?
Yeah, you're like, it's too late for me. It's fine.
I think possessed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go with
Greetings
possessed too,
from
because then
beyond
at least
the
I'm
grave.
still here in some form or fashion. And with-
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd probably go with possessed as well because I feel like I'm halfway there anyway. So possessed for sure. Needles. Freddy Krueger, because my dreams would mess him up. Poor Shraden. Let's see here. Would you rather meet Bruce Campbell from Army of Darkness or Bela Lugosi?
Bruce Campbell. I don't know who Bela Lugosi is. Hold
He
on, who's
played
that?
Dracula
Bruce
like,
Campbell.
way
That
back
guy's-
This is hard.
when.
I'm gonna go more old school and probably just say Bela Lugosi because I remember reading Dracula whenever I was like 16, 17. I was that nerd that read stuff for fun, and so people are like, "Oh, what's your problem?" But yeah, since I love Dracula so much, I'll probably have to go with Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, that would be me as well, just because vampires are really my jam. What about you, Scarem?
I had to Google that because I didn't know.
That's okay.
I mean, I'm not sure, but I think Bella. I mean, I don't know much about either of them. She seems cool. She looked neat.
Well, I wanted to make sure I had like a really sort of fast spread of stuff, which is how I ended up with 4 pages of these things.
We're gonna be here all night.
Oh no, we're not doing all of them tonight. No. I'm gonna have to try and remember which ones I do because apparently I lost my highlighters. Here, let's see here. If you were in the real life version of Stephen King's It, would you rather face it as a child or as an adult?
Ooh,
That's a good one.
yeah, it is. Wow.
I feel like I'd face that as a child because if I was able to succeed, I'd be able to live afterwards. Right now, when
Repress
you're
all those emotions.
Yeah, when you're an adult, you're just like, crap, this is another shit thing I gotta deal with right now. Like, I don't think you can handle it.
Right?
I have to take some time off work so I can go deal with this clown.
Yeah, right. I don't think I'd be able to handle it as an adult. No.
Neither.
I got
No
problems
thanks.
already.
You
Yeah,
never had a fear
neither.
of
Can we
lips?
answer neither?
Yeah.
You could. I mean.
Yeah, is that a valid answer? Because it's creepy both as a child and as an adult.
Very true.
It's-
Let's see here. Where's the one that I'm pretty sure I know the answer from all of you to this one. Would you rather be young enough again to go trick-or-treating or old enough to hide behind your porch and scare them all?
Both?
We went from neither to both.
I still go trick or treating, and I still do that.
Oh my god,
So
I'm jealous.
wait.
Well, we have a huge
Hold
big.
on.
Hold on. You gotta think about it.
Should I? No, that's like I still do that though. It's okay to do that when you're 30, right? I think.
I mean, if you can get away with it, hell yeah.
I mean, people think I'm like 14, 12 anyway, so I get away with it.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Our neighborhood has like a huge, great big bonfire and fireworks every year, and everyone just kind of goes mad in Fernwood here in the city. And a lot of people are like, "Yeah, parents, you coming along with your kids? You need something too." I've been handed booze. I've been handed coffees. Candy. Actual like cookies and homemade things. They're like, "Here, have a snack." You look like you're dying.
Dude, that's
But-
like the good houses to hit up.
Yeah. It's pretty great. I'm very grateful for the area that we live in.
I'm actually, it's funny, the whole hide behind something too, is because
Mhm.
I'm actually this weekend, my friends host a really big Halloween party. It's gonna be our second one, and I'm actually part of it as a psycho jester clown, and I will hopefully share pictures with you guys. So
Oh my
I'm
god, that would be
Cool.
awesome.
Yes.
Scare team.
Oh,
That's
so
awesome.
awesome. Yeah,
I
I
have.
want to.
I'll post a picture in Discord for you guys. Actually.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
Ooh. That's for us from last year. I don't know
Do
if
you
you can
guys
share
have
it with-
good memories?
Oh.
Well, I mean, Alara's still trick or treating, so that's okay. But
I still trick or treat and scare people. So.
but what would you guys rather do, Brandy and Scarem?
I would probably like to hide behind something and scare people because I would just like find it hilarious.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Yep, I second that. For real.
I'm
And
very naughty.
I mean, the stores will have the candy 50% off the next day, so I can go ahead and get all the candy I want, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Have both sides there. But moving from that, let's go back into some more discussion stuff. On the subject of trick or treating, Do you guys have like good memories of trick or treating? Bad memories of trick or treating? Tell me all about it. Tell me your problems and your horrors in your past.
Guess I'll start with me.
Yeah. I still have to think of that one.
Good and bad. I've had definitely good and bad. I remember like after 9/11, we weren't allowed to go trick-or-treating anymore because of the whole scare of things and candies and stuff. So at that time, since I couldn't go trick-or-treating, I was at my relative's house and I dressed up as a skeleton, a big sword in front of the yard and everything. So I would just pretend I was a mannequin for a while, and then I would wait till they got this step, and then I would kind of go after them. So that was always like great memories for me. Bad memory, almost got jumped. So I had people, I was all in my skeleton outfit, I had like armor on and everything. I was like trudging down like a street and everything, and there was a group of kids that were following me, and they thought they knew me from like the school district, but I wasn't actually part of that school at all or whatever. So they were definitely surrounding me and trying to jump me there, and I was thankful to get out. But yeah, that was my not fun situation. But all the other ones have been pretty good.
And what about you, Scarem or Brandy? You can either one jump in. Rats is saying here that they don't trick or treat in Europe, and so he didn't trick or treat at all when he was a kid, so he's got no memories.
Aww.
Yeah.
Better start now.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. A lot of my memories have to do, they were all pretty decent, I guess. A lot of mine just have to do with costumes. So just like my mom and my grandma would always like help me out with my Halloween costumes. So I had some pretty good ones. They showed me pictures whenever I was 3, then whenever I was Raggedy Ann. My mom just made like the whole just costume, maybe like Raggedy Ann, had like little like yarn hair going on, like the makeup. And one year I was a vampire, and so my mom helped do me up like that. And another one, I saw a picture of my dad's sketchbook, and this has to be my favorite costume. He had a sketchbook, and in it was a picture of a hobo clown. So it's like, I want to be that. So they dressed me up all these like raggedy old clothes. I painted my face. I had like a whole like a clown, kind of colorful clown hair going on. And so yeah, that was fun. That was my favorite part of Halloween. It's just like the costumes that my mom and my grandma would help like put together for me.
That's
So
really
it was
nice.
great.
I am Scarem. I see your face. You're like, no clowns.
Yeah.
That was a
Not
cute
gonna-
clown.
Yeah, actually, Hobo Clown, one of my cosplays that I'm working on is Mr. Cellophane from Chicago, the musical.
Oh yeah.
So I'm doing a version of that because I absolutely love that song. And it's just like, he just looks like a homeless guy in a tuxedo, but he's got a bit of like subtle face paint and stuff like that on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was excited to hear Hobo Clown. But what about you? Good, best, worst memory, Scarem?
Honestly, I think mine were all good. I feel like awful because I don't have a story for this, but honestly, I remember going to my grandparents and going trick-or-treating every year and having a blast, like a good time. I don't remember anything bad happening. Like the only thing I can think of is we kind of went trick-or-treating when we were a little too old. I think we tried to go when I was like 15, and I guess it's a little pushing it. I don't know. Some people looked at us like funny, like, and they'd be like, "Aren't you a little old to be trick-or-treating?" I remember a couple people actually saying that, and I was like, that's the only like kind of bad memory, but we did anyways, and we got candy, so.
The thing is when you go trick-or-treating as an adult, you don't just go up and ask for candy. Like, that's just lame. You got to put on a show for them. And that's usually what I do, is we always kind of put on a different act with our
Pro
costumes and
tips.
stuff, especially
There
if
you
I'm
go.
with friends. You got to entertain them a little bit, and then
You actually got to do the trick thing,
gotta,
right?
Yep, you gotta do the work for it.
Yeah. For me, actually, I went trick-or-treating growing up all of 3 times. I was raised by my grandparents, and they were quite old, and they were just like, I was the 5th kid that they took care of. They took care of my cousin as well. And they were just like, we're done. We're not doing this shit anymore. They would lock the gates and stick a bowl of like bubble gum on the other side and be like, help yourselves, children, stay away from our house. So occasionally when my dad was back in Canada, I would go stay with him. And both times I had to have a hand-me-down costume of a sister of a girl that I could not stand. So I really wanted to Halloween. So generally what my Halloweens were sitting at home in my living room with all the lights out watching YTV, which is like a kids channel here in Canada, and watching their like Halloween specials and watching like the ABC Halloween specials, basically until I ate all the Reese's peanut butter cups in the house and then going to bed. Exactly. So I started Halloweening when I went to university. And the last time I went trick-or-treating, like, I went when I was 17 because I did a program called Katimavik where we travel across Canada with a bunch of other kids from across the country, and we do volunteer work for a year, and we decided we were going to go trick-or-treating. We were ages 17 to 21. We were all going to go. And we were in a small town, though, and everyone knew we were there, so when we showed up in, like, a group of 12 on the doorstep, like, a bunch of young adults, they're like, oh, hey, here! But, so that's a good one. But out of the 3 times I've been trick-or-treating in my 35 years. But I really like to enjoy it for my kid. And I try and make sure she has a great time. Because if she wants to. I mean, I'm not like, you must love Halloween and everything dark. She just does. You know. Yeah, it wasn't. And I'm always really envious of people's stories. Usually. Let's see, what else do we have on our list of stuff to chat about? Did I close it? I sure did. Games. Let's talk about some PC games or video games. I'm sorry, I'm a PC gamer, so I automatically am like, say that. Forget the consoles. No one needs those.
Yeah. No.
I've only played a few horror games. Actually, I just got started into playing horror games on PC. I mean, other than like BioShock and stuff like that are kind of spooky or whatever. Like well-known, just sort of spookier games. But like for down and dirty horror games, what are standouts to you guys?
Alien Isolation, Dead Space, 1 and 2. I don't really like 3 too much. 4 to play with friends, Dead by Daylight. And of course, I have to say Resident Evil. It's pretty much up to 4. I didn't like 5 or 6.
Someone says Hollow Knight. That's sort of creepy, scary, horror-ish. I haven't played that yet, but I do have it because I have a never-ending game library.
Oh, someone said Soma. Soma is fabulous.
I've heard that one's pretty scary.
Yes, it is. It kind of made me cry at some points. It freaked me out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's intense. I'm someone today. What about you, Alara?
You know, honestly, I haven't really gotten into the horror games that are more like jump scary things, like especially with horror games that are more survival, where you're trying to like escape something.
Yeah.
I can't stand those because I really just want to punch the thing in the face, and if I can't do it, then I'm like, what's the point of playing this? Like, what?
That's fair.
So I haven't been able to get into any of those. I think honestly, the last thing I remember that was any horror-esque was like Doom 3. It definitely had some different atmosphere going on to it, but honestly, Doom 1 scares the crap out of me sometimes.
I remember playing that when I was a kid. Well, I started by like watching over my father's shoulder while he played, and then I was like, I can do this. Give me that joystick.
So yeah, I haven't really played an actual horror game. I can't get into them. I mean,
that's fair. I mean, you play a lot of like the retro game things, and you play a lot of Diablo 2. And I play a lot of Diablo 3, and a lot of people they say like it just blends in with the whole kind of horror-esque thing because you're there killing demons and whatnot. But
that atmosphere.
Yeah. What about you, Miss Scarem?
Yep. I was gonna say Diablo 3. I just love the environment in that
Mm.
game. I just love it so much. Dead by Daylight, definitely. The Resident Evil series, and I agree with you. 1 through 4, totally. I don't really care for 5 or 6 very much. And 7's pretty good though. 7 does freak me out. So 7's pretty good. Silent Hill, that series is pretty freaky.
Oh, I didn't even think about Silent
Yeah,
Hill. Good.
yeah. Layers of Fear, I played that last year, and that was pretty spooky to me, like just the environment, you know. Jeez. I know there's more, but I can't think of any right now. I know there's more though.
Yeah, no, they're there. Trust me, because I keep picking them up when they're on sale, and I have over like 150 games in my Steam library. It's bad. So I'm slowly working my way through them. Right now, I've been playing Hellblade, which is considered because it works with psychosis. So like like you have the headphones on and it's all like crazy sounds and she's hearing all these voices and she's, you know, dealing with her trauma too. She's got like PTSD basically, and she's going through like into the hell realm of her like Norse like gods and everything like that, and it's definitely interesting. It makes it difficult to focus during some of the more puzzly parts because you've got all these voices telling you can't do this, you can't
Shut up.
you know, you're not good enough, you know, you've ruined everything. But I mean, that's not the script exactly, of course, but that's the basis of it. I was playing The Evil Within, but I got to a part and then I rage quit and I haven't gone back. I tried to get through it off stream one day and then I rage quit again when I wasn't even so it's
a good one.
It's on a sort of a back burner. This.
I did try The Evil Within, but something just to do with the field of view and the camera angles, I get like that motion sickness kind of thing.
Okay.
And so I ended up like I got to like around chapter or like part 10, chapter 10.
Yeah.
I got before I finally had to call it quits. And I want to finish it, I just can't because of that reason.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah, I've got like I've been also working on The Conjuring House, which is a new game that came out this year, which is really frustrating because you're basically wandering around a house lost, trying to find keys to get into more areas of the house, and the voice acting is terrible.
Oh, geez. What do you think about that Visage, that game? I've been hearing a lot about that.
Ooh.
That's the one where they have the camera and they're taking pictures as they walk around, correct?
I think so. Not sure. I've only seen some gameplay of it.
Yeah.
I think that's the one. They say it's like Fatal Frame, kind of.
Okay. There's definitely been a few horror games coming out this year. I've noticed there's maybe I'm just paying more attention this year. It could be. But for sure, it's there's a lot on my list that I'd like to get my hands on. I did also play Vampire this year. I did one playthrough of it where I killed everything I came across. So due to that, I killed like most of the storyline. Because I killed the people that the storyline was for. So when I go back, I will get, and I play, if I play passively, for example, or even like, you know, you don't, there's sort of like an in-between kind of way where you kill like the lower down people, but not the higher up people. I was just like, oh, that's a human. But I'll get way more storyline, and I'll also get a different ending. So that's one of the reasons why I really like that game. Plus the soundtrack is amazing. But moving on from there, let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, candy. I wanted to talk about candy.
Candy.
Alara's eyes just like flew open.
What?
Candy. I didn't eat a lot of sweets growing up. I actually haven't eaten a lot of candies. Or anything else in my life. Like I had my first Pop-Tart on stream this year, and I don't.
What flavor?
Why. I tried 4 kinds. I tried chocolate, I tried some weird berry, purple, blue, swirly thing. I tried strawberry, and there's one more kind I tried. Everyone told me to get the cinnamon one or whatever.
Yes, that's the best one.
They don't have
Cinnamon.
those here.
Ah.
You're gonna have to go across the lines.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly. I looked at like getting one like on Amazon because some people have things and they sell them or whatever, and they were like $140 for the one box of 8 Pop-Tarts, and I was like, I don't think so. No.
What?
But
What?
No.
Pop-Tart tariffs.
Yeah, those are so expensive
So-
Pop-Tarts.
So, the U.S. has way better kinds. Hacksaw Jenny actually lives over on the mainland from where I am, so she will
Gotta throw it across the
understand.
board.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Port Angeles is like right there. I can like spit on it. I mean, someone could like slingshot a Pop-Tart across the bay. The U.S. has peanut butter ones. I mean, I'm just not like, I love my sour candies, like Sour Patch Kids, or Swedish berries. I like, and chocolate, like just plain chocolate things, like Smarties or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is another one, but I like to put them in the freezer. So, what are your favorite kind of candies, and what are the absolute worst thing that you've ever had for candy, either on Halloween or not on Halloween, either or?
Ooh, boy. My favorite kind of candy, I would have to say Reese's Peanut Butter Cups or Milky Ways. I always like to put them both of them in the freezer. Really good. The kind of candy I hate the most, those circus peanuts. For some reason, I would always get those every time I go trick or treat. Like, these are freaking nasty. I don't like these. No, they taste like you're eating styrofoam.
Circus peanuts. I don't even know what those
Yeah.
are.
Like the big yellow, like
Yeah.
are they sugar or
Yeah.
like marshmallow, like stale marshmallows? I don't know what they are.
Yes, they just taste gross.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So I would say probably my favorite would be Ferrero Rochers mostly. I really like Ferrero Rochers, but I also just got introduced to Milka, and I've never had Milka before.
I'm seeing this here in chat, yeah.
Milka is pretty damn good. Like, I can't even have like a Hershey's bar anymore now because Milka is just way better.
That's a type of chocolate, right?
Milka, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of different flavors too.
Yeah,
like,
we
there's
have
so many
those
different-
here. I'm pretty sure I've seen those here.
We have like, now we're starting to get them. We're also
Yeah.
starting to get the Kinder eggs and everything too now. So I think they only have like the Oreo flavored Milka, which is like not even that good. But
Oh, the big Kinder Egg debate where we
Yeah.
said, it's like, I have a lot of friends down the States. It's like, send us the contraband. Send us the chocolate with the toys
I haven't
inside
had
of the
Kinder Egg
chocolate.
yet. I'm gonna have to try that because I haven't had that yet. But I'm starting to see them in stores. I'm like, oh, this is that thing they were telling me about.
Yeah.
Not
actually
quite a Wonder Ball though.
We
so-
actually still, we just started getting the Wonder Ball ones up here that you guys have, where it's the toy in the one half and then like the dippy chocolate thing in the other half. And
Yeah, I think that's isn't that Kinder or something? Because the
Yeah.
Wonder Ball is the like the Pez shit in the inside or something.
oh, okay, yeah. So that's still the Kinder Egg then. Okay, but yeah, we just started getting them up here, and I remember because Spawn grabbed one day and she wasn't paying attention, and she got home and she's like, "What the? What's this? Like, what is this nonsense? What is happening?" I'm like, "Oh, that must be from the States." Do you have one that is just not for you? Something that you never.
I know there's definitely something. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But
Okay.
it has to be anything with fruit in it. I'm not a fan of fruit in my chocolate.
No, my grandparents used to eat those fruit and nut chocolate bars. And I was just like, this is old people food.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get used to it now.
Black licorice is gross. You're 100% right. The smell of fennel, licorice, anise will actually make me like gag. Which makes some of my friends are like, maybe you're allergic to it because your natural reaction to it your entire life has been to gag. and it's like your body usually knows, and it's like Dutch black licorice. I've heard by people that eat licorice that black licorice from like Europe is way better than the junk we have here in North America that is mostly sugar. But I don't want any of it. And for you, Scarem, what can you not get enough of?
Those pumpkin Kit Kats. I don't think they had them back when I was a kid. There's pumpkin Kit Kats at the store. No
What?
joke. I'm obsessed. I didn't see them until this year, though, so I don't know if they're like literally new, but they are so good.
Is this a US
Seriously.
thing?
Huh?
Is this in the US?
Yeah, US. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go find
Google
it.
that. Google that shit. Pumpkin
I mean,
Kit
yeah,
Kats.
it's
No
not
joke.
like the Reese's peanut butter cup pumpkins that are always
Yeah.
like misshapen. You know they have bats.
Just like, yep.
I saw them
Oh.
somewhere
What?
and I didn't grab one, and now I can't find any in my city, and I'm really mad about it.
Oh, no.
Oh, I will definitely have to hunt those down, Scarem, because that
Yes.
sounds really good. That sounds right up my alley.
Yes.
Pie Kit
I'm
Kat.
obsessed.
We need to get this.
Now.
Yay!
Break time.
Well, it's pumpkin spice is just like cinnamon, nutmeg, and I think it's one other spice that they use to spice pumpkin pie. I loved it when people started getting all up in arms and like, there's not even any pumpkin in the Starbucks pumpkin, spice latte. I'm like, because it's a pumpkin spice latte. They season it with the spice. But I mean, I usually get them, but I add like an extra 3 shots of espresso because I don't like really sweet things. But I kind of like the cinnamony nutmegginess of it, so.
I got there. I have not, like, I'm a pumpkin nut, but I have yet to have like one of those pumpkin lattes. Like, I don't really drink coffee, so I'm like, I still want to try it.
You get it made
but
with
I don't.
decaf.
But it's pumpkin.
Yeah, I do. I love pumpkin pie, though.
Me
I really do.
I do.
I'm just thinking about it right now.
Yes.
I'm like, I haven't had a pumpkin pie. I had pumpkin pie tarts because we had Thanksgiving here last week. Last Monday was Canadian Thanksgiving, so I had pumpkin pie tarts because I was lazy and I didn't want to make a pie or anything else. So
Aw.
just whipped cream and just one bite like a
It works.
animal.
Yeah.
Spice melange. I was just thinking about that. Love Dune so much. It just popped up on Netflix here, and I'm very happy about it because it's my going to bed movie. It knocks me out every time. Let's go back and do a few more would you rathers. Let's see.
These ones always make me nervous.
Right.
Okay. Ooh, would you rather have every horror movie scare you so much you couldn't sleep, or never be scared by a horror movie again?
Well, I'm already never scared, so crap. These ones suck for me.
Fair
Aw.
enough.
Man, well, I like my sleep, so I'm gonna have to go with the never be scared again.
Could never
Yeah,
sleep
I
ever
don't really
again.
enjoy the whole scaring thing.
Mhm.
Like, I like to scare you.
Ah, you want to be the horror movie.
Yes.
I would miss my horror movies too much. I'd have to watch them, even if I can't sleep. I love horror movies.
This was one of my questions. It's a horrible movie. This is one of my questions for they're still talking about Dune. It's made by the same guy that made Twin Peaks. So it's a ridiculous movie. This is a question I proposed to my community on stream for a question of the day a little while ago, was the world is ending and you need to be on a supernatural team. So you got to join a team and become this creature. So where do you go? Do you go to like werewolves, vampires, zombies? What do you pick and why?
Power
The answer-
Rangers. They always win at the end of the day.
Sorry, which was
Or is
that?
that not allowed?
What's that?
Power Rangers. Yay!
Well, I did say, what if it's aliens? Can I join Team Aliens and just leave Earth?
I mean, it's valid.
That's
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah, definitely valid. You could have a few, like, xenomorphs.
Yeah.
But man,
witches, like, where are you going?
ooh,
Does it
well,
have to be horror themed?
Well, what about joining Team Freddy Krueger and going to the dream world with him? Can I do that? I think I'd like to do that. Just get away from Earth.
That
Yeah.
sounds nice.
That's a possibility.
I like that.
Laura has a chest burster.
no.
I do somewhere. Who's back there?
One of my friends is pregnant, and that's what she calls her unborn child, is the chest burster.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
I love it. She's like, well, chest burster number 2.
I got a
Oh
little
my
chest
goodness,
burster.
look
I
at
put googly
that.
eyes on 'em.
Oh, I
You
love
did that. I
it.
was watching the Dark Forces podcast earlier, and how Monica was like, put googly eyes on everything.
Everything. It's
Everything.
starting to have googly eyes now. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
I did a googly eyes stream, and I still have like a whole bunch of them around, and I'm just like, when can I put them on?
I was supposed to. I actually just found these, so
Oh.
Oh.
I think I was supposed to wear them on stream, but I had to go find them. I'm slightly embarrassed by that, but
Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Thank you for that. I mean, yeah, it's just a supernatural whatever. What is, if the world is ending, what are you gonna do?
I mean, I was gonna
Or
say,
are
go
you
with
ending
Power
the
Rangers,
world
but
yourself, Alara? Is that what's happening?
Probably. That's probably what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
orchestrate some of that with
Yeah.
some of my other Dark Forces members.
Yeah,
So
I like see
probably-
that as a curl up in a ball. That's what
Yeah.
I'm just let it
Fetal
happen.
position.
Yeah, let it happen, please.
Yes. It would depend on what the world was being ended by. I mean, that's just like a
fair.
big. That's just like a big part of it. Like if it's something to where the world was going to blow up in 5 seconds, I'm with you. I'm with the xenomorphs. I'm just leaving Earth, just like goodbye, like forever. Or even the predators.
There
I
you
like
go.
the predators too. So
Yeah.
if it was something, when I think of the world ending, it's like, okay, it's gonna blow up. Bye. Yeah, I'm leaving Earth.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Would you rather fight off? Oh no, we already did that one. Never mind. This is why I needed a highlighter. Spend a summer at Camp Crystal Lake or in the Evil Dead cabin.
That's a tricky one.
Yeah, because both you have a high chance of dying.
Yeah.
Well, which one is more enjoyable?
Yeah. Yeah, good question. Get torn apart by evil forces, or like demons possessing trees, or Jason hacking you up with this machete.
I don't know.
You know, I'd probably go with Camp Crystal Lake because I'm sure that me and Jason could be buds.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. We can hang out. We can have a good time. I don't like water either, so we have a lot of.
Yeah.
So you already have some
We
things
can
in
share
common.
a lot of things.
Yeah. You've got a lot of couple things in common.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
I have, I got machetes too, so we can compare our machetes. And stuff.
Yeah, mine's bigger than yours.
Machete measuring contest.
I have to look for them, and I don't think they're over here. I just have some sharp object by me.
What about you, Scarem?
This is really tough. Having a hard time deciding.
For me, I think I would go with the cabin just because I'm hoping Bruce Campbell would be there and everything would be ridiculous.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah, chainsaw arm.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Plus, he's got the Necronomicon.
The Book of the Dead. Yes.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'd have fun with that. Just saying.
So you'd had fun doing the evil chants and
Yeah.
If they get possessed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go. I'm really mad about this. I'm gonna go visit a friend of mine, and in next month for my birthday, I'm going across. Yes! Oh my god! Winning spots in my black heart. I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Not
I
as
was gonna
cool
say-
as the Evil Dead one, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I better pick Jason because I got a Jason mask. She just
Pulling out
when
the
Brandy
Jason
was
mask.
grabbing hers, I was like,
Yep.
you know what?
Yep.
I
Yep.
love it. I
That's a
love
nice
it.
Jason.
Oh my
Yes.
god, what was it I saw a clip of today was Jamie Lee Curtis, and the interviewer on, I think it was Entertainment Tonight, asked her, he's like, do people still come up and try and scare you with hockey masks? And she just looked at him like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah. Well, I would probably just bitch slap him. Like,
Like,
Right?
wrong movie. Wrong
Wow.
movie. Would you rather be trapped in an abandoned hospital or abandoned amusement park?
Those are both really creepy, actually.
Hmm. Ooh.
I really want to go find abandoned insane asylums.
They actually have one sort of by me. I think in Pennsylvania they got one, and they do tours and stuff there too. So I haven't
Really?
been there yet, but I heard it's pretty crazy.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Writing this down. Excuse me. Oh, no, that's not a pen. That's my stylus for my. I do that every time I pick this up. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it's not.
I would probably say amusement park actually. It's just that there's a lot of open space there too. Like
Yeah.
you don't know what is gonna come out in what direction. But I mean, you're also confined in a hospital thing. But I don't know. I think amusement park is a little bit. creepier.
I don't know. I mean, I played the game Outlast, and that was in kind of like a weird, like insane asylum, and I
Mhm.
thought that was creepy. So I would probably go along those lines and say the abandoned hospital, because at least if I get injured, hopefully they have like medical supplies that they left there, and I can patch myself up.
Mm.
Find some morphine somewhere. There you go.
Yeah, drugs.
There's always some old bottle of like, glass bottle of something
Yeah,
from
Like,
like the 1920s
yeah.
hidden away
I'll
in these
take
hospitals.
this.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And sorry, did you say Scarem? I can't remember.
I'm having a hard time deciding too. They both have great
Ah.
points. You both make great points. I think an amusement park would be cooler though to be stuck in. I don't
Mhm.
know. Just like the theme.
Yeah, I like
I don't know.
with Dead by Daylight with that new clown killer that came
Mhm.
out and he got his little amusement park. I adore
Yeah.
it so much, and I just like love running around and I talking to the fortune teller, and I was like, I wish I could do more stuff in here.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
It has the evil undead horse too.
Mm-hmm.
I was like going up to it and going, "Hey, what's up?"
Morphine expired 1972. Seems fine. I mean, listen, if you're stuck in an abandoned, like, crazy haunted hospital and you are hurt and some serial killer is chasing you with a rusty machete, you might want to put whatever you find in your system to try and save yourself.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. What do we have here? Would you rather have nightmares or see things like horrific, like horror nightmares that you like wake up and you're covered in sweat and you can't really sleep from them, or see things that aren't there or that nobody else can see, that are like after you and coming after you and stuff like that? Laura, your face.
They're a third option because I have both again.
I feel you on the nightmares thing. I'm.
I feel like, well, I definitely have both. But I would rather have being able to see physical things or things that aren't there a little bit more because I want my sleep.
That's fair. I get
I would
that.
like to have
That's
my
fair.
sleep eventually, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to go with things that aren't
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I
I
feel
agree.
that.
Yeah, I definitely agree there too, because at least with things that aren't there, that you kind of like, you know, someone asks you what's going on, you'd be like, well, nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
Sleep is very important.
Yes.
I like it. Okay, let's see. Let's get into so this will kind of depend on whether you've seen some of these or not. So, would you rather be a production assistant for Alfred Hitchcock or John Carpenter?
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
I just want to be an extra in a movie.
You want to be an
Like, I
extra in
wanna
a
be
movie?
horror extra.
There you go.
So I don't even know, like, I just want to be like a zombie or a monster in a movie, whether I'm like a main monster
Mhm.
or an extra. Like that is like one of my bucket list things. to
That's
do.
that's a good one.
Ooh.
that would be cool.
I
Yeah,
know
it was.
because they
Yeah,
do
no doubt.
they do film a lot here, so actually I'm not looking forward to it. Tour season is winding down, which means film season is kicking off. They don't do a lot of horror movies here, which kind of makes me sad. They do all the fucking superhero movies here.
Oh,
Aw.
That's the
The
craze.
castle, Hatley Castle, that is which is haunted, which is Professor Xavier's School for the Gifted and all the X-Men movies and Deadpool and everything like that. That is here in my city.
Oh.
So they're always filming those movies here. But I would really like them to come and like film a nice, at least, or a series or something like that, like a horror series or anthology or who knows, something like that. Okay. Would you rather have a new Scream movie or a new Sinister movie?
I haven't watched either, so I'm out.
I haven't seen Sinister, so I'm half out. I'd say Scream by default.
that's what I'm leaning.
Yeah, I haven't.
Can we have Hellraiser as an option?
Yes.
Yeah, Hellraiser creeped me out whenever I snuck down the stairs to
That
watch
is
it.
a
when I was
good,
six.
creepy
Yes.
movie. It
When
really
I
is.
when I was 6, and I happened to come down the part where the guy's being pulled apart by chains. I was like, ah, no. But I don't know. I wouldn't really want either.
Okay, so
Let's be
if then,
honest.
let's go from that. If
Yeah.
there was a horror movie series that you could have another installment
Okay.
of, what would it be?
Oh wow.
Beetlejuice, even though there's supposed to be a second Beetlejuice, but
Yeah,
supposedly that's totally my
Oh.
answer.
I didn't hear about that, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true.
It's on
they always-
IMDb and everything is listed as in the
Wow.
works.
yeah.
I'm totally second for Beetlejuice. I absolutely
Yes.
love, especially if it's like in the same kind of
Yes.
tone.
Tim
and
Burton-y,
I
campy
love
Yes.
style. Yeah.
feel.
Horror movies. Do.
They are gonna be
Yeah.
making Spawn.
I've heard. I've
Mhm.
heard.
And I
I've
hope it
heard
is a
about
lot better
that.
than the old one.
Yes, because I absolutely adore Spawn and the whole vibe
Mhm.
that the comics gave off. So I totally forgot about that one. So we are getting that one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see what I'm trying to think of. I mean, I still haven't seen it. I didn't get a chance to go see it in theaters because it was only on matinees for like a week before it moved to 10:30 at night only, and I can't take my kid to it, and it was The Nun, which is the new Conjuring one. Not that she wouldn't have loved it, because she gets scared by nothing, but they wouldn't let her in. So,
Right.
you know, I haven't seen it yet, but like I'm excited also for the not Slender Man. What is it? The Crooked Man, which is the installment in that. They're working on another Annabelle. So I really like the Conjuring universe, and I'm glad that they're making more of those. As from when like I was younger and stuff like that, I'd really like another Addams Family. Kind of like if they brought the musical into the like big screen, where Wednesday is grown up and she like gets a boyfriend and they fall in love and they want to live together, and their family is not having it because he's normal.
Oh,
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would. I don't know, like I could go with a specific genre that I want to see more of. I actually want to see like more werewolf movies, or actually a decent werewolf movie, because it seems that they can never get them right.
Yeah, the last time I remember seeing werewolves in movies was Underworld.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That
Underworld.
Yeah.
sticks out in my mind. Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen Sunar. I've seen those, and I love them. I do. The Adult Wednesday Addams
Those were
YouTube
great.
series. Yeah, they're little shorts, like 3, 4, or 5 minutes, and
Oh, I
she
think
does a
I've
really
seen
great
those.
job. Yeah. Penny Dreadful had werewolves. Yes, Penny Dreadful is my favorite, and I'm so mad that it was canceled.
I thought they were
Oh.
only like did up to season 3, and then they
3.
said like that was it.
Yeah.
They weren't going to do anymore. Not
The-
just mainly because it wasn't canceled, but because
But they
storage.
didn't want to do anymore either. Yeah, I can't really remember what it was, but I'm still mad about it. There should be more.
Yeah, Penny Dreadful was a good show because it's one of the few things that did the Frankenstein's monster correctly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
I need to watch that.
It's good. Yeah.
We will be picking up that on Sundays again after October's over and we're done this crazy amount of movies that I've decided everyone needs to be watching. We just finished season 1 at the end of September, so we'll be moving on to season 2 Sunday nights. We've been watching 1 episode of Penny Dreadful and 1 episode of Hannibal.
Ooh, Hannibal.
Nice.
There's a book coming out for Hannibal where it's like, it's called Feeding Hannibal, and it's like recipes. I'm trying to look more into.
Does it come with Soylent Green?
Soylent Green is people.
I figured that would be Hannibal's like protein shake of choice.
Right?
So.
Fava beans and a nice Chianti. That's correct. That is correct. But let's take a moment actually, because I was thinking about, I think it was you, Brandy, that said like other things, but like, what about like television shows or I don't know if any of you guys read like comic books or anything like that? Are there any spooky horror-esque things in other medium that you really are attracted to?
I see it's like maybe like an easy go-to answer, but I've always a Stephen King. And also if I want to go back a little bit further, I recently rewatched Tales from the Crypt.
Yes.
That's the show that first got me into horror. I know it's campy and it's ridiculous at times, but it's just like a whole lot of fun. So if anything, like, yeah, I would have to go with that, and I would have to go with just pretty much any Stephen King, like really thing, because I'm a Stephen King fangirl.
I honestly actually haven't read that much Stephen King. I've seen quite a bit of the classic movies, and apparently there are way more movies of his work than I even begun to realize. I did read one of his books recently. I read the first installment of the Dark Tower, and I had an original like publication of it, and I just found it very, very slow. I found the language to be a bit problematic because of the time it was from.
Right.
And then I found out when I worked at a bookstore a little bit later, and they were releasing new versions of like It and the Dark Tower and everything, that he's going through and editing his books and updating them a little bit with language and whatnot like that. So to get rid of some of the rather racist and homophobic remarks that are in a lot of it that his characters make.
Yes. And okay, so I'm trying to think. Yeah, he recently also released, not recently, but a few years ago, and kind of like an uncut version of the stand where he edited like some parts back then that he had to cut out like for the first publication. I recently read that. That was as good as I remember.
That's good. But yeah,
And yeah, as far as like recent books, I think the last one I read of his was 11/22/63. That one.
That's a hefty book, that one.
It is, yes. So when I got to the end, I was like, "That's it, really?" I liked it up till the end. The end kind of fell flat for me. Yeah. But he just writes so much. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
Alara, Scarem, do you guys have another medium that you like to sort of pursue the spookiness in?
Not really. Like I can't think of anything.
You just
right
like to
now.
generate it yourself?
Yeah. I like to go looking for dead things, so that's kind of physical medium of finding bones and stuff.
Yeah, that's something that like here I have a lot of friends that, you know, they go out into the woods and up the mountain and stuff like that, and they're trying to find, you know, what's it called, ethically sourced taxidermy and, you know, that sort of stuff. So, or they come along and when I used to live in a house a few years back here, they'd be like, I had some friends that called me like, can I come bury this in your yard? And come back and get it in like, you know, 6 months when it's just the skeleton. What? Ethically sourced taxidermy means the animal was not hunted. It means like you have come across, like, let's say, you know, a squirrel that is just dead there. So you just find it and you perform the taxidermy on it afterwards. It means you haven't gone and hunted an animal for the purpose of taxidermy. So it's like found already dead critters.
A lot of times too, we have a lot of hunters around here. So a lot of times they'll just, you know, they'll hunt, either not find their deer and, you know, I find the rest of it, or they just take what they want and go, and then I just take the rest. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
we
a
do have
shame.
lot of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always for, if you're gonna hunt, just you gotta use the whole thing.
Yeah, 100% agree. What about you, Scarem?
I need to read more, apparently.
No. Not if you don't want to. What about podcasts or anything like that? No,
but that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. The only thing that came to mind was a TV show, because you guys were talking a little bit about TV shows. Stranger Things.
Oh, yes.
If you guys seen that, is so good.
I still haven't seen the second season.
Oh, you have to.
I know. I just rewatched the first season so that it would be fresh in my brain.
Yeah, that's so good. I love like any like movies or TV shows that are set like in the 80s or the 90s. They're just really like reels me in, you know, that time.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it too. Like what were we watching? Oh, we were watching Casper with Christina Ricci the other day.
Oh my goodness!
And that movie has aged so well.
Rest in pieces.
Thank you for this sub, Angelix, for 8 months. I appreciate your face, and you're doing a great job modding tonight, by the way. Thank you for being here tonight.
I only remember one line in that movie was, "Can I keep her?"
I know. Can I keep you? And then I was like, it's a little creepy for a 12-year-old boy to be saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like even the effects in that movie have aged well. They're not terrible versus like, what did we watch? Oh, The Addams Family last night. And I mean, obviously it's The Addams Family. It's perfection, but that part at the end where he's got like the tornado going around in the library, and it's just like, wow, this is terrible.
Third one I don't like. The first two I think were good, and then the third one, there was like a whole different set of people in it, right? And it just became more cartoony and slap happy, and I'm like,
yeah,
in here.
Yeah.
This is not what I want.
Yeah, third movies are just like, what were we watching? Oh, Ginger Snaps. Werewolves. Speaking of werewolves, We watched Ginger Snaps 1, 2, and then Ginger Snaps The Beginnings, which is like the prequel. And it was just like, I just lost interest because it was the exact same story over again. Just set way back when there was no electricity. You know, like, that's great. I did like the concept of the sisters being tied together, you know, and reincarnated and all that sort of stuff. And one of them turns into a werewolf. But I was just, by that time I was like, and that happens a lot when you get, you know, into the trilogy or the third or the fourth movies. You're just like, I don't know, what's happening? What are you doing to this story? Stop it. Look at the kitty.
Kitty.
Yeah, he keeps trying to get into stuff.
That's my job.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. Big floofer. I love it. I love it. Let's see, how are we doing for time here? I think we'll do a couple more of these, and then what I will do is I will do the giveaway, and I think then we'll sort of wrap it up after that, guys, because I think we've kind of discussed a whole lot of stuff tonight.
Yeah.
We covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
It gave me some ideas, actually.
That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
We got the wheels
Rest
turning.
in peaces.
Hello, Mara Drexen. Thank you for the sub for 5 months. I appreciate you. Thank you. Would you rather have a pumpkin for a head or knives for fingers?
I would just want to eat my face then. I'd have to go with the finger knives.
Yeah, I was like, what if you had both and you could like carve your own face?
Oh.
Got
That'd be
like
cool.
got like a finger armor knife thing.
Those
I'm
are
already
cool.
kind of used to it, so
That's cool.
definitely the Edward Scissorhand thing for
I
me.
love Edward Scissorhands.
Oh my god, I
that-
totally
yes.
forgot about Edward Scissorhands.
I love that movie so much.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it too.
I can't believe.
Now I want to watch that.
Yeah, me too, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, I actually don't know if that one made it onto the list for the month.
I'll squeeze it in there somehow.
I don't know if
Yeah,
it
right. I'm
forgive
like,
you.
where is there room? But yeah, again, after this, so it's going to be at 8, so that's 11 o'clock Eastern. Because I should really like stuff my face. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'll be watching I Know What You Did Last Summer in my rabbit room. So I think the link has been scrolling through occasionally from the bot. Where is it? I just saw it. Oh yes, would you rather wake up in the middle of the night next to Pennywise or Chucky? Scarem's face just fell.
I already know. Chucky. If I have to pick Chucky for sure.
I'd probably go with Chucky.
That's
Yeah.
it's a weird one.
I love Pennywise, but I feel like Chucky would be so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Pennywise. I'll go with
Pennywise?
Yeah.
Never, never, ever, neither. Oh my goodness. Would you put all of your enemies into hold on, where'd it go? A sleepaway camp for Jason or a hunt in battle royale? That's the Japanese horror movie where the school kids had to kill each other. It's kind of like where the Hunger Games came from, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I would have to go with the sleepaway camp for Jason because Jason does such creative kills.
That's true.
You'd have Jason kill them all
Yes.
instead of making
You
them
gotta
kill
keep
each
Jason
other.
happy, you know?
Yes.
It would make Jason happy.
Yes.
I agree.
That is
100%.
so sweet. Okay. Ooh, would you rather have dinner with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family or Hannibal Lecter?
Oh, hillbillies creep me out, like especially in horror movies. They always have. So I'd probably go Hannibal Lecter because then you could at least discuss like literature with him and stuff like that. That would be interesting.
But he'd be trying to pick your brain all the time in so many ways.
Yeah,
Those seem like
literally.
nice
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm gonna have to go with Hannibal. He's got good taste.
We see
That's
in
a
chat.
tough one.
I
I think
Hannibal's
Hannibal, too.
popping up in dinner. Just don't be rude to Hannibal, or you will be dinner. Scarem? You still
I agree. I think so, Hannibal. That's a tough one, though.
okay? Let's see that one. I know that not all of us have seen it yet. So the new one. So that was like comparative one of which Pennywise you prefer. Oh, there we go. Would you rather spend a night in the Bates Motel or the Overlook Hotel?
Oh.
So
What's the Overlook Hotel from?
From The Shining.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Stephen King fangirl in me says The Overlook.
I figured that would be your
Yeah.
answer there.
Yeah. Because
The Overlook Hotel is
actually-
huge.
But I'll have to go with the
That's
Overlook
true.
one.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
Bates
Overlook
Motel is
Hotel.
a run-down little sort of Fleabag motel on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Nobody has time for you and your mummy issues. Shower. Okay. Sorry. Be an FBI agent in the X-Files or a Ghostbuster?
Ghostbusters!
Ghostbusters!
I'd have to go with X-Files, to be honest.
Yeah, me too, X-Files.
Yeah,
Okay, what were the votes for that?
2 for each.
Chicken
Okay, go. Doing really weird things in the hallway. Yeah, she's walking like an Egyptian down the hallway. It's fine. Okay, this will be our last question of the night. I'm just gonna open up the giveaway first, guys. Where'd it go? Here we go. So I have made a and you also get a horror DVD. I have a copy of Mercy for this week to go with this, which is filled with Canadian goodies, as well as some Halloween themed things that I got together as a thank you for everyone. And I have some other stuff for you ladies later, but I'm gonna message you personally about all of those.
Okay.
So anyone here is thank you for the biddies.
Good show.
Anyone here is welcome to enter this giveaway. If you are outside of North America, though, I will pull another winner and then give you a game key because shipping internationally is just really pricey. And also, I just have to put a disclaimer that Canada Post may be going on rotating strikes. So I may put it in the mail. It may not go anywhere for a while.
Expect delays.
Yes. So go ahead and write !boop in the chat if you would like to enter yourself into that giveaway. And then what did I say? Let's see. Last question. Would you rather? Where did it go? Oh my goodness. Here it is. Yeah. Would you rather survive a horror movie scenario, but some of your friends die, or would you rather die and have all of your friends live?
I'm gonna be surviving. Jeez.
Not even a hesitation.
No, like they can't get out of it. It's on them.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. Just
Sounds evil, but I agree. It sounds bad, but I agree.
I think it would probably have to take one for the team because I already got enough problems. I don't want to have to deal with more of that shit. I'll take one for the team.
This is why I don't take Brandy on my zombie survival team. I'm getting called out. It's the truth is out now. She's gonna leave you all to die. We actually have a zombie emergency response unit here in my city. You get to see the big buses. There's multiple ones of them, by the way, that are like all armored.
Oh wow.
That go through
Really?
town. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they
Are
show you can.
That
like
is
a Resident Evil thing
cool.
That's
happening
so
sometime
neat.
soon?
This. Well, Victoria is considered to be on like one of those ley lines and stuff like that, as well as like it's a big like we're
Super
supposedly have
drives.
like cults and stuff like that that have been around for ages because
I'm
of the
moving.
supernatural energy and stuff here. So
Why
I
do you
mean,
got all the cool stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I
jeez.
pay a lot to live here. This is the second most expensive city in Canada.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not.
Sure, it's
What-
probably cheaper than Jersey, so I'm moving.
Mhm.
Nice healthcare, too.
Yeah, well, a lot of it is to the fact that I am on an island, so therefore we have to ship everything here, so it costs more. And
Oh,
then
it
if the
sucks.
stuff is actually like, for example, because I mean we are in the Pacific, so it's a very temperate climate. If we grow stuff on the farms here, because they're small little farms, it costs more because they need to survive with their farms. So I mean, everything just
Right,
costs more here. But it is beautiful, it is interesting, and I adore it. I will live other places in my life, I know, but this is my home and always will be. And I have moved away multiple times. The last time was for 5 years, and I lived up north in Alberta, where it's flat and cold, and it's like the Texas of Canada, except it's cold and snow. Yeah, that's exactly where I am, Bitter Dan. I'm in the capital city on Vancouver Island. And after that, I literally just went, I can't take this anymore, called a friend, packed everything up that I could, and I was gone in 2 weeks. I was like, oh my God, ocean, warmth. And
Yes.
so it's an interesting place to be, let me tell you that though. But I think probably just because in the moment, so I'm always trying to please people, I'd probably end up dying so everyone else can live. But let's just take a look here. First of all, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, ladies, for joining me and agreeing to come do this and hang out and chat about everything under the sun when it comes to spooky stuff. I appreciate that so very much. And I do have little thank you things that I will contact you each individually about. And I just smacked my microphone.
Ouch.
So thank you so much for being here. Again, we have Alara Shade, we have Brandykins, and we have Miss Scarem. I want to thank everyone that came from all of their communities to come hang out tonight. I appreciate you guys coming and supporting me and the rest of us as well.